Hey, girl, hey. Hey, boy, hey. Is this gonna let me pin? Oh, Facebook, get it together. They won't even let me pin my stuff. Anyway. Hey, girl, hey. Hey, boy, hey. I got me a glass of Menage a Trois. Just got in from... Here it is. Just got in from the Slutty vegan. Hey, Nee. Hey, Nee. Hey, Nee. Hey, Crystal Currents. Hey, Nee. Just got in from the Slutty vegan. I took my friend Richard over there. Someone is ready for their trip. He has his bag packed. His panties are at the brim of the bag. These are his panties. He has flip-flops. He has his earphones, his earbuds. He has some very tight swimming trunks. Nothing to mess up his testicular flow. Nothing to make him sterile. Acting just fine. And see, last night she was acting just fine last night. Now she cutting up. But anyway, I don't know what you heard or what you missed, but I was saying I have my panties at the brim of the bag. He has an assortment of panties. He has his flip-flops. He has his earphones. He has some very tight swimming trunks to sashay around the beach with. He has his brush. My toiletry bag is in the bottom. I forgot to put the brush in there, but I'll need to brush my hair in the morning anyway. Yes, I got my hair cut today. I got a very, very nice shadow beard. Oh, Michelle. Oh, Michelle Yates. Oh, some of you are so literal. Girl, you know I don't wear no panties. Girl, I just be talking. I have a pair of denim. Uh-oh. I have a pair of denim shorts. I have a pair of denim shorts in here to switch into. Let me put this over here. Michelle Yates said, are they really panties? Oh, niece. I got to stop playing with y'all because y'all be thinking I'm walking around here with negligee and lingerie and stuff on. Toothbrushes are down there. Tonette sent me some. I have an extra one just in case my boo forgets his or something. I got my ginger candy. Oh, a pair of my panties fell out. Wrap those back up. Put those in here. But yeah, so I am taking just this duffel bag. I'm going to carry this on the plane because I'm not paying for a bag. Amen. I'm flying on an airline that charges for bags. So I am ready to go. I got some cash out of the ATM machine. I know some of y'all want me to say machine, but all you really need to say is ATM because the M in ATM is the machine. Okay, so that's redundant. So just say ATM. Stop saying the ATM machine because you're sounding real ignorant. But anyway, I went and got some cash out of the ATM. Because I don't believe in using my credit card in foreign... I don't have a credit card. Debit card in a foreign country. What do I have down here? I have some goodies down here. Oh, I have a scarf. I'm going to wear my scarf because it's going to be a little chilly in the morning. I'm going to wear a pair of dungarees. Dungarees. I'm going to wear a pair of jeans. Some white Chucks. That's Chuck Taylor's, the sneakers. I'm going to wear a white Mandarin collared shirt, long sleeve, because it's a little cool in the morning here. And a raw, my grandmother used to say that, and a raw. And then I'm going to have this scarf just in case it's a little cool. But then also I'm going to wear this on my way back to the East Coast when I fly to D.C. because it's a little chilly up there. And I'm going to need a little something for my throat. I have one pair of sunglasses. I have my passport, niece and nephews. You know what you all should do? Let me give you one of my tips. And this ain't even really a traveling tip, but this is just a tip for life. Okay, y'all ready for this? Get ready and listen, because I'm only going to say it once. I'm not repeating it. Okay? So he's ready to go. I don't need any nightgowns to wear because I'm going to be sleeping naked. I'm kidding. I'm not kidding. But here's one of my traveling tips, or just a tip, period. Okay, you know how you have debit cards and credit cards and stuff? And your driver's license? What I've started doing is I've taken a picture of my driver's license. I've taken a picture of the front and backs of my debit cards. I've taken a picture of my passport because something hit me. The spirit hit me today. The spirit said, Craig. The spirit said, niece, what happens if you lose your passport out there in Mexico? How are you going to get back to these United States? And so I took a pic. Now, I already had pictures of my driver's license and my debit cards in my phone, and I save it in my favorites. Because, you know, some of y'all got all them nasty pictures, them nude pictures of your coochie and your penis and your other unmentionables and stuff and your breast all in your phone. So they don't get mixed up in that. I put mine in my favorites. You put them in a folder, right? Put your health insurance card, whatever. So if you get somewhere and you need your debit or credit card and let's say you forgot your wallet at home or something, you can just pull up your picture in your phone and you have your information. So, so that's what I started doing. The only one I don't have a picture of is my food stamp card. What I look like going to the grocery store? I have an EBT card. Can you just punch in the number? I don't think it's ever that serious. But yeah, so that's a tip from me. Take a picture of your driver's license, your debit and credit cards. Take a picture of your passport, because trust and believe, I'm gonna be right at customs. If I lose my passport, I'm like, listen, I don't know what happened, but guess what? I got a picture of my passport. I got a picture of the signature page. I got a picture of the page with my face on it. I got a picture of the back of the passport, because, you know, they got that little barcode down there that they scan. If you've been out of the country, you know, they scan that little barcode in the back to make sure you don't have any flags on your, yeah. But yeah, so I have all cash, but I also got cash not just because I don't want to use my debit card down there in Mexico. Because see, what I don't need is a bitch using my card 3 weeks from now, and I'd be like, bitch, I was in Mexico a month ago. What's going on? Gay author trapped in Mexico, lost passport. So I also wanted to get cash because, you know, when you have cash is king, and you can do a little bartering. Yes, hi. Yeah, I wanted to get a pedicure, niece. How much is it? 20? Oh, I have 15. Yeah. So I plan to do some jet skiing. Oh, if I had a waterproof fanny pack, I would say I would take my phone out there. Now, I may try to take my phone out there on the water and get a little video footage and stuff on the jet ski and some pictures and stuff for y'all. But, you know, I'll see what I can do, because I'm not trying to have my phone lost in the... Look at Faye Washington. Now, she is cheap. Now, I said I would give the people $15 for a pedicure. She talking about $10. Girl, that's highway robbery. You trying to rip people off. Girl, them people got children they trying to feed. They trying to get across the border. That's a joke. That was a joke, niece. That was a joke. Somebody get the tissue out. I know there's somebody here with tissue paper feeling. Somebody get the tissue out, please. So listen. I went to the Slutty Vegan tonight. Remember she came over last night? And so we talked about her restaurant. Of course, I had the food before. But my friend Rashard... good day, thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. I'm Craig, the writer Stewart, and this is the Facebook Live version of So Much to Say. These are my thoughts in my voice on black shit, white shit, gay shit, and everything in between. So my friend Rashard had not tried the food at Slutty Vegan. It's a little warm in here. I'm about to come up out of this sweater. And so, Pinky had told me last night that I didn't have to wait in the line. So I took her up on it. And so I hit my friend Rashad and was like, listen, did you want to go over to the Slutty Vegan? He said, yes, I'm starving. So we went. So I said to him, I said, we're going to eat over there because they have like a little bench and stuff out there where you can sit and eat. And they got music and stuff playing. Yes, I just thought to say it, Barbara. I came right in talking, ready to go. So, they have music out there playing. I said, so we're going to sit outside and eat? I said, is it nice outside? He said, it's okay. He said, it's actually nice. Baby, when I say I went outside and it was that hawk had went across my ear, it was just a little slight hawk. It ain't freezing cold, but it's enough that I was like, I'm not sitting outside. So he was like, well, you going to sit there and eat all your food while I'm driving us back home. I said, no, I'll wait. So then we ended up getting over to the place where she has the food truck. And when I tell you, the line was long. So we walking all up with confidence and stuff. I said, yeah, we ain't got to wait in this line. I know the owner and stuff. You know how you be feeling yourself when I know the owner. Come on, I got us. Come on. Baby, I got up to that window of that truck. I didn't even go up to the window. I was trying to play it off. I was just trying to look from a distance. No, that ain't Pinky. Let me see. Is that? Oh, no, that's not her either. Okay, let me go up to the front. Let me see if this is her. Baby, when I said she wasn't there. At this point, Rashad done put his head down. He looking at his phone like, this bitch done got me all the way over here. Mind you, Rashad was starving. He's like, this bitch done got... He ain't say this, but I know he was thinking. I've known him since 1999. He was sitting there thinking, I know this bitch done got me all the way over here, bitch. I done told this motherfucker I was hungry. And we done drove all the way over here. And I don't know why his dumb ass didn't call to make sure she was in here before we came out here. So he did end up verbalizing. He said, child, you should have called her before we got here. I said, I know. I was just thinking that. Like, I don't need you to rub it in, niece. So I'm looking at the line. Child, the line is down the parking lot. And I said, well, you want to just go ahead and get in the line? I just figured she was going to be there. Thank you, Barbara Lee Paul, for sharing this video. Thank you for those of you who share the videos without me asking. I appreciate it. And so I was just like, I just thought she was going to be here because, like last night, she was like, I'm always at the food truck. This is the only time I've ever stepped away from the truck to come here to do the podcast. So I just knew she was going to be there. Well, baby, she wasn't. So I done sent her a text. I said, well, I'm going to go ahead and hit her phone. I'm going to hit her with a text. So I shoot her a text, and she has an iPhone. I have an iPhone. And you all who have iPhones know that when you shoot a text from iPhone to iPhone, the message is blue. And it says delivered once it lands, right? Baby, that text message sat there. It was like, bitch, what? That text went over there and it was like, I said, Rashad, I sent the text, but it's not showing delivered. I said, well, let me call her. I called her. It went straight to voicemail. I said, oh, her phone. I thought about last night how her phone died sitting here. I said, oh, her phone might be dead. I called it again. Bam, back to voicemail. So I'm looking at the text message. You know how you keep looking at a text message? Because I'm like, okay, I know she's going to start writing in any moment. So I'm looking at the text. Nothing. Next thing I know, the blue text message turns green. You know what that means. She ain't even, girl, the phone is dead. She out of service. She at another area. Something is going on. When I tell you I went on her Instagram, he was ready to leave me standing right there in that parking lot. Hear me? He wouldn't even look up at me. He was just like looking through his phone. So something said, the spirit said, go look at her Instagram. So I went and looked at her Instagram, and she had just posted a video of somebody eating one of the burgers. And it was like 40 minutes prior. I said, shit, she ain't even here. She just posted this. So eventually my text message, like I said, it did land because it turned green. And so she called me. No. She texted me. She says, hey, you, where you at? And I said, standing at the end of this line, laughing out loud. Because by then, Rashad and I walked down to the line. We didn't walk down the line looking at the people. They looking at us like, I know you didn't think you were going to get in front of us, because we had stood at the front of the line for a few moments. And as we walked down took that walk of shame, they looked at us like, I don't know who they thought they were. So we went to the end of the line. She says, okay, I'll be there in 10 minutes. Just hang tight. And I said, okay. So she called right back and said, go down to the front, go down to the back of the truck. He's going to bring your food out. And when she said that, I was like, oh, she thinks I'm here by myself. She didn't give me a burger for Rashard. Now, I was not going thinking she was going to give me the food for free. I was going to pay for it. Because she did buy 2 of my books last night. Amen. So we walked down there. The guy came out. He handed me the food. I said, my friend Rashard is with me. I wanted to get a burger for him too. I said, I can pay for it. Because they just gave me the burger. They weren't looking for no money. I said, I can pay for it. He said, oh, you got to call her back. He said, because we're really swamped. I'm telling you, they were swamped. The line was forever. And so I called her back. I said, hey, my friend Rashard is with me. I thought I was waiting for you to come. I said, there's 2 of us. I said, hey, we can pay for it. I wasn't expecting. She says, oh. She said, you didn't tell me. I said, I'm sorry. She said, well, let me call him right back and let him know, right? So she called the guy right back and told him to whip up Rashard's burger. But she said, tell Rashard to cash at me $15. Oh. Niece, you got to cash up her $15. Okay, now I got you to the front of the line, but I can't get you a free burger, okay? So anyway, he cashed after, and then as soon as he cashed after, she walked up and gave me a hug. And she said, Rashard, I'm going to hurt you, Rashard. And so she had never met him before, but she gave him a hug. She went into the truck, and then the guy came right back out with the burger, and we went across the street, got in the car, and we sat in that car in that parking lot and fucked that burger up. Now, let me tell you something. After we walked back past the walk of shame, we were like, I said to Rashard, I know them people were looking at, you know how you start patting yourself on the back? I said, I know them people were looking at us like, who do they think they are coming to the back of the truck, getting their food? Rashard was like, yeah, because they were looking at us like, how they get their food like that? I said, we know people. We know people. Hey, y'all, still standing in the line as we driving by. Hey, y'all. Hey, guys. Yeah, we got our food. But, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wait for her to open the restaurant in January to start supporting her. Because A, I'm not going to be going over there to stand in that line. B, I don't want to abuse the privilege of calling her and saying, hey, girl. Because she was like, when she walked up, she was like, hey, niece. And so I texted her. I was like, girl, I was going to pay for my food. She's like, no, niece, I got you. So she didn't want me to pay for it, but I was going to pay for it. But yeah, so I don't want to keep asking her, hey, I'm over here. Look at Rita. She talking about the burger was $15. But how much you paying for them cigarettes again? How much you paying? Pass me an ashtray. How much she paying for them cigarettes, but she worried about how much the burger was. It was a burger and fries, niece. She talking about how much? $15? Girl, how much them cigarettes? She's sitting here trying to quantify how much she worried about a plant-based burger. She ain't question Philip Morris about them cigarettes, about them Benson and Hedges. She ain't question Philip Morris about them tobacco sticks. Child, if the cigarettes went to $18 tomorrow, Rita gonna be right there. Okay, give me a carton of Benson and Hedges. Look at all the people. I wouldn't have paid $15. I wouldn't have paid $15. Well, listen, we can all look at everybody's life and just be like, listen. And I had this conversation with somebody the other day. Some people spend money on their home. Some people spend money on clothes. Some people spend money on cigarettes. Some people spend money on vacations. Some people spend money eating out. We all have different priorities. Like, I have a friend I love going out to eat too. And so I see the value in spending money on a good meal, you know what I'm saying? Or a good vacation or a good experience. Because like I say all of the time, going out to eat is an experience. And let me tell you something. When Rashawn bit into that burger, he said, "Damn, this is good." He said, "What if this is real beef?" I said, "This is not real beef." I said, "She's been vegan for the past 4 years. She's been vegetarian for 11." I said, "This is not real beef." I agree, Joya. People spend $15 for unhealthy food. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, you spend that kind of money buying popcorn and slushies at the movie theater. High-ass milk duds in the movie theater. So, everybody has their thing of what they spend. Some people spend money on liquor, right? Good liquor. You know what I mean? Everybody has their thing. So, because I have a friend, a former friend, who he used to spend money on like things for his house. Like he had like this really expensive like you know how you can buy the little torches? You know the little torches. You know how you can buy these little torches? Right? Now I get mine from the dollar store, Family Dollar. But he used to have this, he had this silver one. It was like a chrome, it was like a brushed nickel. And I think he paid like, I think that shit was like $30 or something like that. But he liked shit like that. He used to pay for like snuffers. You know what a snuffer is? You know, like when you burn your candles. I have a snuffer over here. Don't be looking at my cakes now. I know some of y'all know what a snuffer is, but I'm just explaining because I just know that there are people who may not know. So you know how you burn your candles and you got your candles burning? And you take your snuffer, this is a little bell that I was using as a cigarette the other night for Rita. Instead of you blowing out the thing, like instead of you doing like that, you take the snuffer and you put it over each one of them. And you put the candle out and it keeps down that smoke and shit at the end. So like he used to buy stuff like that. He used to buy snuffers. I mean, he just used to buy shit for his house. Right. Some people spend money on purses and shoes. Some of y'all walk around here with them little cheap shoes on because you refuse to buy decent shoes. Now, see, I'm a person that finds the value in paying good money for shoes. Because, see, if you pay good money for shoes, and I don't mean just expensive shoes just for the sake of expensive shoes. Look at Dr. Young coming in late. Everybody look at her. Wish she was on call tonight. Everybody look at Dr. Young. I'm going to finish what I was saying in a moment, but, she came in here. Well, when you take a snuffer, it keeps down the smoke. When you blow it out, that smoky ass comes out. Smoky stuff comes out. But if you do like this, it cuts down on the smoke. I'm going to learn you something, Evie. She was on call, Petra. Here she comes sliding in here. She coming in here on the tail end. Oh, we talking about shoes? No, niece, we were not talking about shoes. Well, what I was going to say about shoes, though, is, some people, you'll spend $8 on a pair of shoes. You know how they be selling them shoes over there, pay less and stuff. And this is not a judgment. This is just an observation. Some of you won't spend $100 on a pair of shoes. And really, you talking about some good dress shoes, $100 is really inexpensive. But, like, some of you won't spend $200 on a pair of good shoes, but you'll go spend $18 on some shoes 15 times. You done already spent $300 on the shoes. You may as well get you a nice pair of shoes. Because the value in it is you can change the sole on a good pair of shoes. Now, you can't change no sole on no pair of shoes that you done got from Favor. Y'all remember Favor? Y'all remember Favor and Payless and Kitty shoes? You can't change the sole on them. You can't change the sole on those kinds of shoes. But if you get you a nice pair of good shoes, you take them shoes to a cobbler. I got shoes in there that I've had since, when did I get those boots? I got a pair of Oxford wingtips, brown. They come up here and they tie up. Baby, them shoes are some stepping shoes. I've had them shoes for years. I took them girls to the cobbler. They took the sole off and put a brand new sole on them. You understand what I'm saying? You get you a nice leather hard bottom shoe. You can't do that with them little moccasins y'all be buying from Tom McCann. And So my point is, people spend their money on different things. You know what I'm saying? I see the value in spending money on quality stuff, not name brand, quality stuff. Sometimes name brand shit ain't quality. Because y'all done lost your mind spending money on them Louboutins. Because them shits look just as uncomfortable. No. JB, not Kenneth Cole. This was Kenny Shoes, baby. They were comparable to Favor and Payless. And I guess Tom McCann was down there with them. Quality is important, and that's why some of y'all walking around here like y'all hobbling, because you got them cheap shoes on. I can't stand to see a woman in cheap shoes. And this is not a judgment about finances, because I think that women, more so than men, can find some inexpensive stuff. Y'all got more inexpensive. Y'all got Gallows. Y'all got the $10 store. Y'all got Forever 21 taking up the entire department store. They got this little small corner for the men over here. But what I'm trying to tell you is, I cannot stand to see a woman walking around with some cheap shoes. Girl, the threads and stuff coming all out of the side of the shoes. Girl, the stitching is coming out of your shoes, girl. The seams busting. You can't buy no cheap shoes. Now, listen, and you know you got them fat feet. Oh my God, did I just say that? You know you got them little fat feet. And your little feet busting through the seams. And this ain't just women. It's the men too. Some of you men got these fat feet. Now, I'm not talking about anybody's financial situation. I'm talking about those of you who you don't belong in no cheap shoe. You know you just being cheap. You know you can afford to get a better shoe. But instead of you buying a better shoe, because you'd rather spend $18 on some cigarettes, Rita. You won't spend money on a decent shoe. You walk around with these plastic handbags and purses and things, trying to make people believe that they Louis Vuitton and Coach. Girl, we know they ain't no Dooney and Burke purse. Get you a quality purse so you ain't got to keep getting a new purse twice a summer, 2 and 3 times in a summer. I used to hate them shoes from Baker's. Oh, I used to hate Baker's. Now, there's a way to buy inexpensive shoes, but it's just certain ones you can't. Here's Michelle Yates again. Niece, I'm not talking about your feet, niece. I'm not talking about your feet, niece. Oh my God, y'all crazy. Y'all crazy for laughing at this foolishness. But y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Thank you, Brenda. Yes, Sadiqa. I do see your message. Let me tell you something. Wait a minute. Hold on, Sadiqa. Damaris says she used to love Baker's. Girl, can you see her trotting around now with them little Baker shoes? Girl, first of all, them shoes at Baker's, they never sat down on the floor properly. The tip of I had a lot of female friends who used to wear them. They used to wear them little Baker boots. Girl, and the tip of them little suede boots would always sit up like this. You're like, girl, put your feet down. Like, why they... I had to know to have a zipper on the inside. Girl, trying to make y'all think y'all were stylish. Girl, y'all weren't stylish with them little faux suede boots. Oh God, y'all were too much. And y'all couldn't tell y'all nothing if y'all had one of them little chain purses from Merry-Go-Round. Y'all remember Merry-Go-Round? Bare Feet. There was a shoe store in Baltimore called Bare Feet. Girl, you couldn't tell y'all nothing if y'all had on a top from Merry-Go-Round or a TiVo. Y'all remember a TiVo? It was Merry-Go-Round, a TiVo, Oak Tree. Couldn't tell y'all nothing. But on a serious note, listen. This foolishness that's going on with this election, see, this is the kind of shit. Now, this is what we move into race relations. And white people, don't get sensitive. We know it's not all of you. We know it's not all of you, niece. You know they doing a recount down there in Jacksonville. Is it Jacksonville? Not Jackson. Is it Jacksonville? Yeah, where Andrew Gillum is. And here in Georgia with Stacey. Now you know them racist. Where my political commentary girl, Rolanda? She in here. They're trying to call for a runoff for both states. Because what they've discovered is, I just saw this on Sean King's Instagram today. They found a whole box or a container of uncounted ballots in Florida. And there was a package on it. I mean, there was a label on it that said, I can't remember what the label said. I can't remember. Gillum, I believe he conceded too soon. But I saw also on Instagram today. See, this is why I say social media can be a wonderful way of learning things. And this is why I'm always telling Madison, like, it's important for us when we do the Queen's Supreme Court. It's very important for us to incorporate some newsworthy stuff. I know we do shits and giggles on the Queen's Supreme Court, but it's important because I know some people they wouldn't know about certain things unless we covered it. You know what I'm saying? Because there are people who watch the show, the Queen's Supreme Court, that may not watch CNN. They may not watch The View or wherever else you can get the news and shit from. So I just think that it's important for us to always try to weave stuff in there. And that's why I'm so pissed off with. Yeah, it said provisional. Yes, thank you, Trina. See, that's why I say good day thinkers thought. I knew it was a P, but I couldn't remember. That's why I say good day thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. So they found this big old container down there in Florida, and it said provisional on it. In other words, provisional ballots. Yes, Tiola. And that weren't even counted. Thousands of ballots that weren't counted. Then they had down there in Florida, a bunch of ballots that hadn't even been signed. And if they're running neck and neck like this, that man Gillum is probably ahead. So they're trying to count those. They're trying to count ballots here in Georgia. Stacey said, "Nah, bitch, I'm not conceding." Because she's neck and neck. She's at like 49%. And the other guy, Kemp, he's at 50%. And so there's still ballots that are coming in. And I read something yesterday where here in Georgia, there were like 1,500 voting machines that were locked away in some storage unit. See, this is the kind of shit. See, and again, and I'm not white people. I'm not talking about all of y'all, but it's important for this is what I do. We bridge communities over here. We talk about the shit that we need to talk about. See, that's why there's so much division in the world. Because see, we shy away from the conversations that we need to have. And before I go into that, let me say this about Wendy Williams. This is why I was saying to Rashard on the way here from Slutty Vegan. My issue with her, I used to like Wendy Williams when she was just on the radio. Before she was on television, she was just on radio. But as she's gotten mainstream, you know, you sitting right there smack dead in the middle of daytime TV, and you won't talk about certain issues. I find that problematic. I really find that problematic because, one, a good percentage of your audience is white women who we all know voted for Trump and for this guy, Kemp, down here in Georgia. I mean, and you sit up there on that purple chair and you refuse to talk about critical issues. Like, it bothered me when she wouldn't really talk about the stuff that was going on with the police and unarmed black people. And you're married to a black man with a black son, and you don't even talk about this stuff. Girl, you get up there with them little crocodile tears, and you get all upset. Like today, I saw this little clip, and she crying about the people that got shot up what was it, in Vegas? No, not in Vegas. There was not that. The one that happened today out there in Thousand Oaks, California. Now, I'm not saying that anybody should get shot up. I don't care what race you are. But she's sitting up there crying today and talking about she ascribes all of this to mental illness. Now, how dare you sit on that couch, on that chair, and say that you think that all of these mass murders as people that are mentally ill? Do you know how many mentally ill people there are? And for you to say that mentally ill people just going around here shooting and killing people, no, that's some old racist white men that's doing that shit. And I can't stand that she won't call white people. White people. We talking facts here. It's white men that are going out here shooting these people up there. It was white people that went in that yoga studio and shot them people up. It was a white man that went up there in that Kroger up there in Kentucky and shot that black man and that black woman. The woman was 67. The man was 69. The woman was a care provider for her mom who had dementia. Like, Wendy, how you going to say that this is mental illness? No, girl, call it what it is. It's white men. And it's the fact that white folks, and this is not all white folks, but I'm just speaking generally, because y'all the ones that's running shit and in power. White people want gun control. How many? Because y'all the ones getting shot up in these mass murders. I mean, these mass shootings. They done went to this Jewish synagogue and shot up people. Like, and they were all white men that did all of these things. So don't let white folks have you thinking that black people are the only one out here shooting and killing each other. Black folks kill black people, but white people kill white people. Hispanic people kill Hispanic people. Asian people kill Asian people. That's just a known fact, period. That's a known fact. And I just think it's sad that Wendy does not use her platform. And I know her show is not The Daily Show. I know she's not Bill Maher. I know she's not one of these political commentary shows. But you cannot have a platform like that and not touch on these issues. Even like the day after voting. Even the day after voting, if you saw it, you know I'm telling the truth. The day after voting, she said, I don't even want to talk about this. I just don't know what to think. Okay, let's move on to hot topics. Like, girl, like, really? Like, you're not going to talk about all of this voter suppression? You know, white folks always talking about terrorism coming from these Arab countries. No, this is domestic terrorism committed by white men. And they're not mentally ill. They're racist. Good luck and good night. But I just think, how is it that the day after voting, she wouldn't even talk about voter suppression. And it's just like much of your audience is white women. That was your opportunity to say, now listen, hey, everybody, say it however you need to say it, cover it up. Hey, everybody, listen, we talk race here. Now, white women, 56% of you voted for, you know what I'm saying? Like, call that shit, call a spade a spade. Because see, what white women are showing you, is that they are choosing their whiteness over their womanness. That's what they're showing you. They rather choose, and I'm talking, and this is not just in Georgia between Stacey Abrams and this guy Kemp. This is across the board, even with Hillary Clinton and Trump. But in this instance with Kemp and Stacey Abrams, they'd rather choose a white man than this black woman. That's what they said to you. That's what they said to you. And see, I think we often think of racism through the lens of a white man. But trust and believe, white women are complicit. This harkens all the way back to slavery. Because see, white women were there too, upholding slavery as well. Huh? Don't sleep. But see, it's important. This is why we need to vote. Because see, it's those referendums and shit that come through that we miss out on, that we don't vote in because we only coming for the presidential election. But I think I talked about this yesterday, I think. No, because Pinky was here from the Slutty Vegan. I think I mentioned this the other day. One of the best things, I was talking to my boo. And because he was upset the other day. He's like, I just don't understand, like, what's going on with this voting? Like, but one of the things that I said to him, one of the best things that did come out of Florida, though, is that in this next election, there was a referendum on the ballot in Florida. So in the next cycle of elections, people who are felons, it's like 1.4 million felons that weren't able to vote previously, they'll be able to vote in the next election because that referendum was on their ballot. See, that's what I'm saying. You got to get to these polls and you got to vote. This is the shit you got to be voting on. It ain't just the major heads. It's not just like mayor, president. It's them referendums in there that you got, like, you know what I'm saying? Like your water taxes and shit going up because you ain't in there voting or because you don't understand what you're reading or shit. I don't know. But so that could really turn the tide the next time. You know what I'm saying? Because 1.4 or 5 or 6, it was something like that. It was over 1 million people in Florida that will now be able to vote who have felonies. That was overturned on this last ballot. So that could really change the landscape of the political landscape in Florida. You know what I'm saying? It's really important. It really is important. And like I was looking on social media yesterday and there were people saying I'm still not voting and I can't stand the way that people trying to shame people who ain't voting. Like that is the most ignorant shit you can say. That is the most ignorant shit you can say. Just say you're ignorant and you just don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, just don't say nothing. And then I think about all of the people who voted, who posted on their social media, get out there and vote. Vote or die. And your black ass or white ass or Asian ass ain't even going nowhere to vote. You didn't even vote. You didn't even turn in your absentee ballot. Don't play with me, Dr. Young. You know he is not coming anywhere near social media from tomorrow to Sunday. Okay? He be somewhere laid up in the comfort of a man. I'm going to Cancun to see a man about a horse. I'm going to see a man about a horse. Down in Cancun. Let me get my stuff together in here. I went to the gym this morning. Sure did. Got this body. Tanika, I did see that about the whole Beyonce thing. I don't understand why she waited till the day of the election to post that she wanted what's his name, Betos to win. Like, girl, why you wait till the midnight hour? Girl, she should have posted that days before. Dr. Young, they know how to purchase books. They know how to listen, I don't have to be on this live. Listen, my girl BJ, she ordered books the other day. Didn't even say she was sending the money through there, baby. She said they know how to order the books. BJ said, baby, listen, I need 5 books. She sent that money through there. I woke up, just happened to see it in there. And then she inboxed me and was like, here, these are the names that you signing them to. So I ain't got to be live for you. Y'all know I'll be back. Go ahead and send that cash app through here. And just inbox me, let me know who I'm signing the books to, and they will go out when I come back. Listen, this is a moving machine, niece. This is a moving machine. And see, the other thing is, I think I'm gonna be charged international fees, so I ain't fooling with y'all from Cancun. Have me sitting around with some old crazy ass cell phone bill next month. No, ma'am. Be sitting around talking about, well, can we set up a GoFundMe for my cell phone service? Oh God. But yes, so I had me a glass of wine. What? Oh, you know what I was going to tell you? Damaris, no niece. I will not be going live, Damaris. I used to know sign language. I used to know sign language. Yes, niece. See you Tuesday, Patricia McGee. See you Tuesday, niece. You know what show I watched today? Look at Crystal talking about what time I get back on Sunday. You coming to pick me up from the airport, niece? Look at Crystal talking about what time I'm coming back on Sunday. Remember, I'm flying straight to D.C. Sunday. Wisdom, yes, my provider has international service, but I'm not paying for that, niece. My cell phone service got international service. They got some nerve. I'm gonna take pictures of my swimming trunks. I'll have plenty of pictures of the swimming trunks. Look at Jay Ronell talking about I can go live Sunday night. What was I about to say? Oh, I am still watching A Million Little Things. I watched that yesterday. It was very good. I'm still into A Million Little Things. The show is still very good. I know I haven't talked about it, but I've been watching. I'm going to wait for y'all to finish talking about whether or not I'm going to go live, okay? And then I'll finish talking about what I was going to talk about. Since they want to try to run the conversation. They yelling out and carrying on. I'm trying to move on to something else, and they still talking about me going live. You know, it was Oprah that used to say, when you tell a person no, and they don't accept no, they're trying to control you. That's what they're doing right now, trying to control me. Crystal Currents up in North Carolina talking about doesn't the hotel have Wi-Fi? I wouldn't care if the hotel had satellites. I said I'm not going live. She talking about don't the hotel have Wi-Fi? Girl, they got Wi-Fi and they probably got continental breakfast too, but I'm not bringing y'all no bagels back. Now, can I finish saying what I was saying? They talk about approved $20 for international fees. Is this the longest that it'll be without me being live? Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That is not. Is this the longest? Will this be the longest that I've been going? How about that, Patricia McGee? While they worrying me about that, share this video. Do that. Since you want me to go live, do that. But yes, I have been watching A Million Little Things. The show is so amazing. If you have not seen A Million Little Things, you can still catch up. It's only been like 7 episodes, I think. I think it's only been like 7 episodes, but it just gets better and better. And I said this before, you know, This Is Us is off for 2 weeks, so it didn't come on this week, and I don't think it's coming on this week. I think it'll be on, the week after that. But This Is Us has just kind of taken I don't know. This Is Us is not really. Thank you, Joya. Tasha is still talking about international fees. We're going to charge her for talking and interrupting in here. That's what we're going to do. But This Is Us has gotten kind of slow for me. And we've talked about that. But that A Million Little Things, it gets better and better. Like, that the girl who has cancer, who's dating, she's also the therapist. She is like, I love her character. I love her. I love her boyfriend. I love their relationship. I love the dialogue between them. I love the Rome and his wife. That's the black guy and his wife. I love that. I love the whole show. I really do. I love the whole show. I love the little boy. He's part of the community on the show. I love him. I mean, I love his relationship with the guy who had breast cancer. I love his relationship with the little boy. It's well written. It's very well written. Look at Tasha. She's still talking. Yes, Angela, I was too. Yeah. It's such a good show. It's so balanced. The characters are so balanced and they're well developed, which I love. Um, um, and then I did catch up on Married at First Sight, Happily Ever After. They had another episode today. That show is still very good to me too. I mean, it's nice to see the follow up. I was disappointed that Jeffy cheated on what's his wife's name? Angela. I can't think of her name right now. I was disappointed in that. And but I love the maturity of their relationship. I tell you guys all the time, I don't know if I could recover from cheating. And I know it takes a really strong person to be able to do that, to be able to work through that. Shanice, her name is Shanice. And I really think that I think they have a good relationship. But I mean, I think, and I've said this before, I think that sometimes when a person cheats, whether you're the one that cheated or, yeah, they're still together and they're all expecting. He and Shanice are expecting, and I don't remember them other people's names, but the people that are on Happily Ever After, they're all expecting their first child. And I've said before, I think that sometimes when you're in a relationship with someone and infidelity has happened, it really can fortify your relationship. If the person that cheated is truly remorseful, you truly get to the root of it, you really do the work to rebuild the relationship. But see, that's the chance that you have to take if you're the one that was cheated on. And see, I don't know if I have it in me to be able to take that chance. See, you have to be willing to take the risk of working through it and the possibility of it happening again. And so I just think that it's such a good show. But I do know that sometimes cheating can fortify your relationship. It could bring you back stronger and better. But I don't know. I love this show. Here's what I watched today for the first time. And I was turning my nose up at it. When I first heard about it, I was just like, what is this? I don't want to see this trash. Y'all ready? Michelle and what's his name? Michelle and what's his name? Michelle and Michelle from Destiny's Child. I'm waiting for somebody to tell me. Michelle and Chad. Thanks, J. Renell. Michelle and Chad. And I was looking at that like, I don't want to see this trash. But baby, before I went to the Slutty Vegan, I watched the first episode. It's actually pretty damn good. Has anybody seen it? Crystal. I said the same thing. Who cares about them? Girl, she's the least interesting one in Destiny's Child. I don't care what's going on with her. But let me tell you something. Give it a chance, niece. Give it a chance. It's good. If you don't have DVR or cable or anything, it's on YouTube. You can go on YouTube. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to grab the link and I'm going to post it in the So Much to Say podcast pen pal group. So the first episode is on there. I'm telling you, it's actually pretty good because they get into, this is the show just started. I like it too, Datis. But she talks about her mental illness and, or not mental illness. She talks about checking into a mental health facility. Let me not say she has mental illness. She checked into a mental health facility. And I think that it's important. I think, listen, mental health is very important. And I was shocked about her depression too. But it was really, and I have to finish watching. I have like another 15 minutes because Rashard got here and we left to go to get the food. But I need to finish watching it. But from what I saw so far, she's very insecure around relationships. Because I think that there are degrees of insecurity, just like there are degrees of trust. Like I can trust that you won't steal from me, but I may not trust that you won't lie or cheat on me. There are degrees of trust, just like there are degrees of insecurities. Somebody might be insecure about their body, but may not be insecure in their relationships. She's insecure in her relationships, but she doesn't seem to be insecure about her body. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. And she has some trauma from her previous relationships. We all come into a thing myself included, we all come into a relationship, friendship, whatever, with our stuff. We come into every situation with our thing, right? Her thing is insecurities, and it's obviously from the relationships that she saw modeled for her as a child, because she talked about that. She talked about the kinds of relationships that she witnessed as a kid. There was a lot of verbal abuse and physical violence that almost led to death. She didn't say who. But then her own relationships, she talked about, being in relationships with guys that weren't really ready, and she knew they weren't ready, and she was trying to be the kind of woman that she thought they wanted because she thought she could make them ready. And then she met this guy. She's called her engagement off several times. She's taken her ring off. That's trauma. That's trauma. And see, some of you probably do that. And I've talked about this before because I don't like that. I've been in a relationship with someone before. The smallest arguments, the smallest disagreements, he'd pack his shit up and leave. And I've told you guys before, I call those power moves. That's a power move. Because every time something doesn't go right with us, or it doesn't go your way, you threatening to end the relationship. Some of you, I want a divorce. Some of you doing it right now. I'm stepping on your toes. That's very off-putting. Every single time things get a little bumpy, you want to call the relationship off. That's off-putting. It's counterproductive to the relationship. And eventually, you're going to push the person away because a person starts to check out. And I'm telling you from my own experience. You start to check out. You start to anticipate a person saying, you see them arms, knees? Oh, girl, he going to let the beach have it tomorrow. But it's counterproductive because what happens is a person starts to anticipate you leaving. Every time you get into an argument, you start to think they're going to leave. So then you start to create your own defense mechanisms where you don't care anymore. You start to check out. You start to divest your emotions. You start to pull your emotions out. Divest. You start taking your emotions out of the relationship. And so you got to be really careful by threatening people to leave, that you're going to leave. But then also the other thing that causes it to, the other thing that happens is if you continue to threaten to leave the relationship every time you hit some friction, you make it difficult for the person to be able to come and talk to you about things. When there are things in the relationship or issues that need to be smoothed out or ironed out, nobody wants to come and talk to you. Oh, well, bitch, I better not rock the boat because she gonna leave or he gonna leave. You know what I'm saying? Those are defense mechanisms. So the show is really good. You see them I'm talking about Michelle and Chad still. You see them in their counseling sessions. Like I said, he said in one of the sessions that, she always she calls the relationship off. She calls the marriage off. She's taking her ring off. But that's control. She's trying to control him in doing that. And that's what insecurities do. Insecurities will provoke you to control someone. Now here's a line from, this is a quote from the third book, the book of quotes. Your insecurities will sponsor stories that aren't even true. Your insecurities will tell you things that will make up things for you in your head. You'll start, because she keeps saying to him, you're not enough for me. She keeps saying to him, I'm not enough for you. She thinks he's too good. She doesn't say that, but she keeps saying to him, why do you want me? I can't believe you want me. That kind of thing. Nobody wants to be with somebody who's insecure like that. And what I will tell you is, this is also a quote from the third book of quotes. It's impossible to fall in love with someone you pity. That's your favorite quote, Crystal Currents? What was the quote again? I forgot that quick. What was it? What was the quote? I was talking so fast. Your insecurities will sponsor stories that aren't true. Yes. But you can't love somebody. You can't fall in love with somebody that you pity. And she's very insecure, but he seems to be very committed. Yeah. So, it's a good show. I like it. I think you guys will like it. Give it a chance. They show you how they got engaged. He went to her hometown. She's from Chicago? He flew to Chicago without her knowing. He met with her family. And oh, is it breaking up? You can't see me? Tasha, why you don't have the third book? Niece. But he flew to meet her family without her knowing. He videotaped it and everything. Meeting them, her mom, her father. He asked them for her hand in marriage. She didn't even know he was there. And then when he went to propose to her, he showed her the video footage, and then he got down on his knee and proposed and showed her the ring. So it's a good show. I like it. I'm gonna be following it. I think it's a good show. They are celibate. They have not had sex yet. They don't even sleep in the same bed. Now that's a lot. Now I'm not saying they got to be, I'm not saying they got to be doing all of that. But I mean, we can't even sleep in the same bed. Like, we can't sleep in the same bed. Tasha, you can order it. Go ahead and order it. I'll go ahead and I'll sign the books and leave them here. Nikki can come in here and ship them. Niece. Oh, yeah, you sure did. Is that her way of asking me for a free book? I guess I can send her a free book. I mean, they do live together. He left his job in Phoenix, Arizona, and moved with her in California. But they do not sleep together. They do not sleep in the bed. Like on the episode I was watching today, they out buying some couch or something for him to sleep on. I'm like, bitch, I ain't sleeping on no couch. And I don't mean bitch like woman. I just mean, that's just an expression. I don't mean, girl, I ain't sleeping on no motherfucking couch. What I look like? I thought he was black. I don't know if I thought he was black. I think I thought he was like Dominican or like Hispanic. I didn't think he was white. It comes on OWN, Lisa McNair. Hey girl, hey. But I'm gonna post the I'll post the first episode. I'm gonna post the first episode in the So Much to Say podcast pen pal group. Okay, so you guys can see it if you want to watch the first. But it really was good. I mean, because like I said, it does talk about relationship stuff, and you can obviously see yourself in them. But the mental health component is really good too. Because she just felt like, she said she wasn't suicidal this time. Because I watched an interview with her and him the other day on The Breakfast Club, my show out of New York, the radio show, with Charlamagne the God and DJ Envy, which Dr. Young and I went to college with, but Dr. Young wouldn't know him because she didn't really go out in school. And Angela Yee. And so they were on an interview with them the other day. But I was watching the show today, and she said that she wasn't suicidal, but she wanted to go and check herself in before it got to that point. And she just felt really, really overwhelmed. And I just think that it's a teachable moment, because I really do think that most people of color, especially black folks, need to experience some sort of therapy or counseling at some point in your life. I told you guys before, I had counseling. I write about it in my first book. I went to counseling. It really helped me uncover some depression stuff that I was going through. And I really was able to get to the root of it and stop it. Because I was engaged in some old unhealthy stuff at the time. You know what I'm saying? Meeting folk online, having people I didn't know, having sex. Some people eat food and overeat. Some people use drugs. Some people shop and spend money. For me, it was online. And it wasn't every day, but still, the point is, that was my channel. That was my outlet. And so going to counseling allowed me to get to the root and stop it. Yeah, she is a Christian. He's a Christian too. Also, he's a pastor. So that's why he's celibate. Oh, all right, Vivian. She said she goes every Friday at 1. Girl, I had a standing appointment at 2 o'clock on Tuesdays. Okay. But anyway, it is a part of self-care. Yes, it's a part of self-care. You know, it's a really good idea to go and unpack. Just unpack, decompress. You know, because sometimes your friends just don't want to hear your shit every day. You understand what I'm saying? And sometimes you just need a neutral ear. You need a neutral party. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that's unbiased, somebody that doesn't know you, you know, and you don't want to keep talking to your friends because sometimes they're like, first of all, they ain't health professionals. Second, unless you got a friend that's a therapist. But then that would be a conflict of interest. So, but, you know, you just need a third ear. So, you know what I mean? Second set of ears. But yeah. But anyway, I'm about to get off here because I have a very early flight in the morning. I'm going to get me another glass of wine, watch the rest of Michelle and Chad. And I'm going to probably watch, I think we taped How to Get Away with Murder. It should be on the DVR. And I'm going to watch that. Or is it coming on now? Oh, yeah, it's on now. So brush your teeth, floss your teeth, brush your tongue. Wish me a very safe flight to and from Mexico. And I'm going to be sure to take plenty of pictures. And I'll come back with plenty of stories. And let me get over here to this DVR. I'm going to have plenty of stories. And I will miss you while I'm gone. Have an amazing weekend. Tomorrow is Friday. Don't go to work all night. Look at Amy. Look at Amy just showing up at 10:05. Look at Amy. Shh, 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 shh. Look at Amy. Look at Amy. Look, 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 look. Give her the side eye. Where is she going? Where is she going? Why is she walking all around the building? Somebody tap Amy and tell her that we're done. Don't even take her coat off. Somebody tap her and Celestine. Tell them both that we're leaving. Rita, put the cigarette out, girl. I can't even see Amy no more. Put the cigarette out. We can't even hide. She got this cigarette. Brush your teeth, floss your teeth, brush your tongue. Have an amazing day tomorrow at work or whatever you have going on tomorrow, this weekend. Don't go to work all nasty, getting on people's goddamn nerves, okay? Don't be going in there getting on people's nerves. If you work for one of these governmental agencies, hey, Tiola, if you work for one of these governmental agencies, go ahead and press send and give them people their benefits. Stop worrying. Listen, that's the county's money. That's the city's money. That is not your money. That lady, you know that lady trying to pay her rent with them kids. Give that money that check. Get that lady that check so she can pay. Go ahead and approve that lady for her food stamps or for her electric bill, for her energy bill. You understand what I'm saying? Stop it now. Kim just got here too. Escort Kim, Celestine, and Amy that way because we about to leave. Listen, if you work for one of these, if you work for the power company, go ahead and give that lady an extension. Okay, we know she fucked up her money. Okay, we know she fucked up her money. Just go ahead and just give that lady an extension on her bill. You work for the internet company. We know we don't have to have internet service. Let that lady go ahead and have her internet through the weekend. Okay, cut her off on Tuesday. Cut her off Tuesday coming. Yeah, so, process your day today. Process your day. Everything that happened today, the good, the bad, the ugly. Find the lesson in it. Find the lesson in it, niece. Stop asking, why did it have to happen? Stop saying to yourself, ooh, if I had just gone this way, or if I had just done this would have never happened. It all happens when and as it should. Trust the process. All right? I will see you guys. I may be able to come on here on Monday. Might. I'll see. But if not, it'll be Tuesday. But turn your notifications on. I'm going to put the Chad and Michelle thing over there in the So Much to Say podcast pen pal group and put the first episode over there. All right? Bye. Look at Keon. Bye.